8-year-old Taidy, with wide, clear eyes like a well of innocence, lives in a small village on the edge of the forest. She is kind, yet mischievous and curious. The late afternoon sun filters through the banyan leaves in soft beams beneath the large tree. Taidy sits intently drawing. The sound of the wind rustling through the leaves is like a greeting. The wind seems to be in a good mood today. It's like it's talking to me. The moment she finished putting away her colored pencils, a gust of wind swept up, accompanied by a very soft whisper, as if coming from the dark forest behind her. The mysterious voice, "Those who are righteous will find endless happiness." Taidy, startled slightly. Huh? Who spoke to me? The voice was soft, but clear, as if someone was standing behind her. Curiosity ignited in her heart. She took small steps into the forest that awaited her. Although the forest seemed dark and deep, Taidy felt no fear. Instead, she felt a thrill, as if something was truly calling to her. Taidy said, "Okay, if someone's calling, I'll go see." The little girl took small steps into the forest, where her magical adventure was about to begin. Deep in the pitch-black forest, a soft blue light floated up from beneath the bushes, like fireflies gathering into a ball of light. Taidy, what is that light? It's beautiful, but I've never seen anything like it before. The blue light leaped out, transforming into a tiny creature, shaped like a glowing little lantern in the air, with a bright, smiling face like a wind chime. Lumpo! Hello! I'm Lumpo, the Guardian of the Forest. Taidy, wow, it can talk! How cute! Lumpo spun gently, releasing scattered particles of light like tiny stars, before recounting a heart-wrenching story. Lumpo said that the light of righteousness in the forest was about to be extinguished because of the spreading selfishness of people. Taidy listened intently to every word with pure, innocent eyes. If the light goes out, what will happen? Lumpo, the forest will disappear, righteousness will fade, and human hearts will be endlessly chaotic. Taidy wondered, and how can I help? Lumpo blinked. You can. Before saving the world, you must first see the world within your own heart. The adventure begins with the first test. The two reach a large cave before them, with walls as transparent as glass reflecting light, sparkling colors as if they've stepped into another world. Taidy, this place, it's like a dream, Lumpo. Can we really go in? Lumpo, this cave reflects the deepest desires within your heart. Be careful. The moment Taidy stepped inside, a colorful scene unfolded. Giant dolls, sparkling candy, and overflowing playground equipment filling the cave, as if someone had showered her with all their dreams. Children's voices surrounded her. You're the best! You're the most special! Taidy's heart pounded with emotion. I want all of these. They're so beautiful. Lumpo, be careful. Greed dims the light in your heart. The toys and sweets that once seemed so alluring began to dim, as if losing some kind of power. Taidy stood still, took a deep breath, closed her eyes, and slowly let go of all her desires in her heart. The illusion shattered like shards of glass. The light inside the cave returned brighter than before. It shone because the girl's heart felt lighter. We don't need it all. It's enough for our hearts to be at peace. Lumpo, that's very good, Taidy. This is it. The light of truth is returning. She ventured deeper into the thick, black fog that hung low,
obscuring all paths and making it impossible to see even her own feet. Lumpo herself trembled slightly, as if sensing something lurked there.
This place looks terrifying. Are we going the right way, Lumpo?
This is the test you must face. Your heart must be stronger than that shadow. The mist moved as if alive. A tall, dark shadow slowly formed, accompanied by a deep roar, like Taidy's deepest fear. The huge, dark shadow lunged towards them. Taidy gasped, his body frozen with fear. What is it? Why is it so big? Fear doesn't have fangs. It only has ignorance. Taidy closed her eyes, took a deep breath, and composed herself. Fear isn't a monster. It's just an image created by the mind. Then she opened her eyes and looked at the shadow before her, no longer trying to escape. And she found that the shadow was slowly shrinking, smaller and smaller, as if being squeezed away by her courage. Finally, it dissolved into a gentle breath. The dark mist faded, revealing a bright path stretching out like the morning light. It's not like I thought. That's right. When the mind is calm, fear has nothing left to hurt you. She began to understand that being in harmony with the Dharma is seeing the truth of the heart. A city of gold appeared before their eyes. Each house shone brightly, as if constructed entirely of sunlight. People laughed and smiled broadly, as if all suffering was gone. But in that brilliance, Taidy noticed something. Everyone's eyes were empty, as if they weren't real people. Townspeople, "Stay here, and you'll have everything you want." Everything? Really? The brilliance captivated Taidy. Even though every house shone with a scorching, sun-like glow, when she touched one of the golden doors, she felt a chilling coldness that numbed her fingertips. The strange feeling made her withdraw her hand. Why is the door so icy cold? Lumpo. Beauty built on greed will never offer warmth. The silhouettes of the townspeople began to fade like smoke, sucked into the golden walls one by one, leaving only the echoing sounds of false laughter. This city was once alive, but greed devoured their spirits, leaving only shadows to lure others into their traps as before. So, happiness bought with greed isn't happiness at all, is it? That's right, my child. It's just a shadow. The cool, soft moonlight shone down on Lumpo, causing his figure to begin blurring like mist about to dissipate. Lumpo, what's wrong? Lumpo, smiling sadly. It's time for you to know the truth. I was once a child like you. Surrounding them, the dark forest gradually brightened with fragments of pale blue memories, like miniature films floating in the air. Lumpo recounted that he was once an ordinary child like Taidy, following the same trials of nature. But he failed, succumbed to desire, fear, and infatuation. Lumpo. My heart wasn't strong enough, so my body remained trapped in this forest. I neither aged nor died, but I was no longer human. Taidy. Is that why you've always helped me? Lumpo. I wanted to see someone pass the trials, so I would know that humanity can still move forward. The moonlight reflected on Taidy's face. Her eyes were steady in a way Lumpo had never seen before. She reached out and grasped his hand tightly, even as his light flickered and almost faded. Taidy, I won't leave you. We'll get through this together. Lumpo, you are warmer than I imagined. And in that moment, a faint blue light emanated from Lumpo, like hope beginning to return. The two climbed the steep cliff face at the end of their trek for mental discipline. A cool breeze swept through. The edge of the cliff revealed a vast view, as if the whole world was waiting for an answer. Lumpo, here is the final test of your heart. Taidy took a deep breath. Though her chest felt heavy, she pressed on without turning back. Before her were reflections of two of them. One was gentle and bright like the dawn. The other was dark and stormy like a night, filled with anger and greed. They clashed fiercely, the impact of light and shadow shaking the ground. Taidy felt like her heart was breaking. She didn't know which side to choose. Which one should I choose? Lumpo shouted. Don't judge yourself. See them both with compassion.
Taidy dropped the sword she held in her heart. She walked towards her own shadow. Instead of fighting, she embraced it tightly. Suddenly, the shadow slowly dissolved into soft, light dust, peacefully fading away. Tears streamed down her face, but her heart felt light and still, like the surface of a morning dew. Taidy, I accept both my light and dark sides.
Lumpo, you have found the Dharma of the heart. Well done, Taidy. The girl understood then that Dharma is not about destroying darkness, but about daring to embrace it with gentleness. When the Dharma in Taidy's heart was complete, the light of understanding was not just a light that shone forth, but a light that cleansed all misunderstandings in his mind. That light spread to the forest, to Lumpo. The forest trembled. The forest that had seemed dark and gloomy in the past was being driven away by a soft golden light emanating from Taidy. Lumpo's fluffy body slowly expanded and stretched, transforming into a real 8-year-old boy. His eyes were filled with tears of joy and relief. The trees around him bowed down as if in reverence. Lumpo, that light, it has arrived. His eyes welled up with tears. I am free. Thank you, Taidy. Taidy walked through the village gate, returning to reality. The bustling and hectic village, with merchants shouting their wares and villagers rushing to get things done, seemed strangely calm in Taidy's eyes. Every action seemed like a slow dance. She no longer felt the need to rush or chase after anything. Everything is still the same, but why do I feel so light? She realized that the outside world hadn't changed, but the lens through which she viewed the world had. Taidy sat down under a large tree in the village. She closed her eyes and smiled silently, a genuine, fulfilling smile, not a forced one. Only the gentle rustling of leaves and the sunlight filtering through the treetops fell upon her face, filled the air. She was letting go of everything she had been carrying, feeling a steadfast happiness in her heart. Happiness is not something we chase after. It resides in emptiness. When we stop running, when we dare to let go of our desires, true peace blossoms in our hearts. And the final whisper in the cool breeze confirms this truth. Those who uphold righteousness experience eternal bliss.